Alright, hey there everybody, this is David aka Super Cena, aka the Superman. So we just finished up Bowling League, Thursday night men's league here at B&B Lanes in Fayetteville, North Carolina. Tonight was turned out to be a very exciting night for me anyway. I mean, it's always nice when it ends well. You don't really ever expect it to end in that particular manner, but it's always a pleasant surprise when it does. So, did my normal routine, got through the 10 minutes of practice, ended up deciding to go with a pin down layout T10 as the ball of choice, standing on 31, playing across 17 out to about 8-9, not trying to get it too far to the right, but giving it a little bit of belly to the right. And in the first game, didn't do too badly, shot 217, had a missed 10 pin in the, I want to say it was the seventh frame, maybe it was the 6th frame, I don't know. So that kept me from shooting a potential near 240 game, but it is what it is. I mean, you miss spares, you expect to be penalized for it, so to speak. So, but I was having a problem. So I was on lanes 15 and 16. On lane 15, the left lane, had no problems finding the hole and getting the ball to carry. On lane 16, left a flat 10, left a wrap 10, and then left 2 4 pins. And the 4 pins, the ball came in a little high on the head pin both times. One of them I would say was high flush. The other one was definitely worthy of leaving a 4 pin because it was way too high on the head pin. So not a very good shot in that respect. But on the 10 pins anyway, I think the biggest issue was I was not getting around the ball as much at the bottom of the swing. I was more up the back of it, and that was causing the ball to kind of, I guess, roll off the friction rather than kind of skid snap. But it's not real. I mean, MOTIV is not really known for skid snap reactions, but more of a stronger reaction off the break point, we'll say it that way. So I think that was really the reason why we were having some of the issues in game 1 with the carry. It certainly wasn't the shot that was bad. It's just not great execution on my part. Again, had no problems on lane 15. So we finished the first game with the back 4, excuse me. And then game 2, didn't change the line, didn't change the hand position, just really tried to focus on making sure on the right lane that we got around the side of the ball the way that I needed to. And the one way that I can ensure that I get around it is to literally jam my ring finger into that insert in the ball deeper than it's supposed to be in there, so that way I know when I come out of it that I'm getting something on it, even if I tend to not get around the side of it as much as I'd like to. But that's also kind of a double-edged sword, because if I do come around it the way that I intend to and the way that I should, then the ball's got an added amount of lift to it that will either cause it to overread or read inconsistently. But anyway, strung 12 in a row in game 2 and go 217 300. So now I'm sitting at 517 at the turn, which was fantastic. I mean, the last time I've thrown a sanctioned 300 was in 2007 in Manhattan, Kansas, at a place called Zucky Bowl. So I mean, I've thrown 300s before, but that was the only other sanctioned one. I've done it several times in practice, bowling, pot bowling with people at places like Royal Z and whatnot, but not in a sanctioned atmosphere. So this is the first time since 2007 that I've had one that will actually hit the books. And it felt great to be able to do it with, with fellow Rebel teammates. Kenny was there. Michael Jesse was there, so it was nice to be able to throw it with the team. So the last time I did it, I was subbing in that particular league, and had only met those people the first time that I laced up my shoes with them. So that was kind of cool. And then game 3, it went back to, I started off the first frame on lane 16, dead flush pocket, stone the 8-pin. Randy Peterson would have walked out of the building. But it was one of those type of 8-pins. I mean, the ball just crushed the pocket. Still sticking with the pin down T10. I had not changed from it. As I told you, that's the ball I've been using from the time the arrows came up. So pin down T10, stone the 8-pin, go back up on 15, crush pocket, carry all 10, come back up on 16, and then I wrapped the 10-pin. And this one I missed it, so I missed 2 10-pins on the night. The first one I missed, I just dropped the ball in the swing, and so I didn't place it on the intended path. This one, on the same lane no less, I missed both 10-pins on the right lane. Just missed the mark. So I mean, what do you do? Just got to get better, practice. So, but I did another one of those strike spare type of things in game 3, where I was either leaving 10 pins or 4 pins. Finally fixed that in the 9th frame. So, and then through 9th and 10th and filled out and shot 207. So I think it was 723 total on the night, but first 300, first honor score in over a decade. And it is a little after, well, it's almost 10:30, but I told my teammates, because Kenny was still there helping us with a little bit of knowledge for this upcoming UBA match that we've got on Saturday, and I told him at like 9:57 or something, and league had ended at like 9:20, 9:30, somewhere in there. I was like, my knees have just now stopped shaking. So I was like, I used to be at the gym pretty consistently and could squat upwards of 600 pounds and do it for reps. And here I got a 15-pound bowling ball in my hand and 11 strikes on the board, and my knees are shaking like I'm trying to squat 700 pounds. So it was kind of amusing for those that were in attendance, I'm sure. But anyway, fun night. Want to send a huge shout out to MOTIV. I don't know why you guys discontinued that T10. I think that was a bad decision, but I understand, there's a whole lot more information on your guys' end than I have on my end, and you gotta do what you gotta do. It's a fantastic ball. It's great company. Want to send out a shout out to Bolify. Love the apparel that they've got, and their shirts. So it kept me cool. I was striking all night. It's great stuff. So, but that's about it. I'll see you guys a little bit later this weekend, because I've got a couple of matches coming up. We've got a tour stop on Sunday, a tag match on Saturday. So stay tuned. More Cena to follow.